Hello everyone, my name is Ana Carolina Peralta. I am an associated researcher in Universidad Simón Bolívar de Venezuela, and I'm going to talk about the rescue of the data on marine biodiversity in Venezuela. My talk will be divided in 6 sections. First, I'm going to present the purpose or motivation for this talk, highlighting a little bit the importance of storing biodiversity data in a digital format. Then I will describe the project framework. After, I will share the experience of training a team which is currently working on marine biodiversity data mobilization in Venezuela. After, I will show the results of this project, and I will end my talk by presenting some conclusions and recognitions to those involved with the project and all the work done. Venezuela is located in the north of South America, facing the South Caribbean Sea in the north and the Atlantic Ocean on the east. During decades, different institutions, researchers, and students have dedicated big efforts to collect marine biodiversity data. Many of these data are kept in physical spaces, as for example journal articles, theses, or technical reports. But since almost a decade, my country has been suffering the loss of university physical spaces. Libraries and other institution spaces have been repeatedly vandalized, with hundreds of records, specimens, and historical data stolen, destroyed, or burned. As a result, Venezuela has institutions with poor infrastructure and resources to deliver knowledge and do science. So, my country is facing an emergency, and storing biodiversity data in a digital format is highly necessary. While other countries around the world have the culture of digitizing their data as a regular way of working, my country has to do it as an emergency resource to avoid losing more information about what and where our marine specimens are recorded. There is a lot of biodiversity data out there that isn't in digital format, especially old data, which is critical to save. This project started in mid-2021, and it was possible thanks to Caribe Sur Foundation, which is an NGO that works supporting outreach activities related to marine science in Venezuela and the rest of the Caribbean region. Caribe Sur was critical to allow us to create a team through a grassroots approach that worked in marine biodiversity data digitization through funding from the Global Biodiversity Information Facilities and the European Union via the Biodiversity Information for Development. We assembled a team of 14 researchers affiliated to the most important national universities, scientific research centers, and NGOs that deal with marine science in Venezuela. The team needed to be trained on data standards and formatting, which was made possible through the support from the Caribbean OBIS team. After a year of effort, this training resulted in marine biodiversity data and metadata publication in the Ocean Biodiversity Information System, which is a global open access data and information clearinghouse on marine biodiversity. On the other side, physical documents like theses, all publications from national journals were digitized and are now getting prepared to be shared through the Aqueduct's open access repository. Our first step to accomplish the marine data digitization and publication was to know the standards and formats necessary to upload the databases in the open access repository like OBIS. For this, an OBIS training course was delivered by the Ocean Teacher Global Academy e-learning platform. Afterwards, consecutive training meetings organized by Caribe Sur Foundation and supported by the Caribbean OBIS Node team have been carried out. The initial project outcome was to create a skilled data rescue team. Now, this project integrated national researchers into the community of contributors and users of georeferenced biodiversity data of Venezuela marine environments. In terms of the volume of data rescued, a data paper was recently published in the Biodiversity Data Journal describing the marine biodiversity data that is now available for everyone through the OBIS platform and which is compounded by around 42,000 records. The database includes more than 3,000 marine species records, occurrences in marine protected areas, records of non-native species, new species description, and species listed in the IUCN. Some historical data could be rescued through this project, but there is more historical data out there that need to be preserved. In conclusion, an inventory of available data stored in 19 national institutions was conducted. All recovered and processed datasets were published in open access repositories. 14 data providers have come together to develop continuous work as pioneers in the process of marine biodiversity data mobilization and digitization in Venezuela. Funding projects to mobilize at-risk data in less developed countries is highly recommended. I would like to thank all the organizations that supported this project and to the interns and students who accompanied the 14 researchers in the process of digitizing and publishing the databases.